Alright there YouTube. This is CMD Box Reports. It's Ronell Higg and I'm back with another vid. Alright, well, like I said, sometimes I do different things on my page. And it deals with things that, affects me and all, okay? First of all, I'd like to send my condolences out to the families who lost loved ones today. Down at this protest down in Charlottesville, Virginia. 3 people died. And right now they're holding a visual march in LA and in Chicago. It's a shame, A dude just, he plowed through, a bunch of protesters. They was out picketing, letting their voices be heard. There was no violence, so you might as well say it was peaceful. Wow. I mean, he just randomly just drove right through the whole entire crowd. I mean, all you have to do is look it up on YouTube. I mean, you'll see all type of videos on it. And, when you do stuff like this, your heart is so full of hate. And once you actually hurt someone because they different than you, or you just hurt someone because, the hate that's built up in you later on, after you have committed that act, now you feel all sorry and you wish you would, never had, took that action. Now this dude is he's going to prison. Okay. And he may never see the light of day again. I mean, if he does, man, it's going to be chaos again. Well, most likely, he's going to be going away for the rest of his life. And, he's going to think about where his hate got him. He's going to be, being told when to go to bed, when to eat. He's going to have breakfast, lunch, dinner with nothing but men. He's not going to have the meals he wants. And when he takes his showers, he's going to have to take showers or nothing with men. He's now in a miserable state now. Okay. And probably for the rest of his life, See, sometimes you have to think hard, think twice, okay, before you make a decision like he did, okay? I mean, an innocent person is dead. Someone who never knew him, okay? Someone who he never knew, all right? You just randomly runs up and run people over. And all this was just over what? A flag? Well, then again, I can't say that. All right. Now, these people out here protesting, somebody gets killed. Okay. Colin Kaepernick. Okay. He's getting demolished by fans and, some NFL former players and players, because he's protesting against, I wouldn't say the flag, mostly like the national anthem. We used to say it in school, with liberty and justice for all. However, that's not the case, okay? When you have innocent people, unarmed people obeying you and you getting gunned down and, that person is getting off with it, that's not liberty and justice for all. So, I understand, what Colin Kaepernick is doing. I mean, I never made a video on it before, but I'm talking it now. This right here, it really did hit me. I had lived best of both worlds. Okay. Like I believe I said it before where I'm originally from. I live down here in South Jersey, Pennsauken. And, I'm originally from North Jersey. Now, North Jersey, that's a hood. Okay. The inner city there is a hood. I mean, I live in Camden County. I understand that the city of Camden is like rated the most dangerous in the nation. However, okay, it's not as dangerous as North Jersey. But like I said, it's dangerous because of the size of the city. All right. But when my family moved down here, South Jersey and everything, we did live in Camden. We basically moved all over South Jersey. It's a big family. We had to find a place that was suitable for us. in the family. And the rest, that's my family. But, we settled here in Pennsauken. It was just right. And by the time we had moved to Pennsauken, it was back in the 80s, okay? Mid 80s. And, it was predominantly white. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I got plenty of white friends, from school, from where I grew up at. Some of them are Pennsauken police now, and a couple of them are New Jersey state troopers, and they're still cool with me. That's, normally, like, when people, become working, like, when they work in law enforcement, they change. It's like, they don't want to really be around you, the mentality, the police mentality that they carry now. I never understood it, but yeah, my friends are pretty still cool. They still cool with me. I remember when I got seriously hurt on the job, and my friend who's a state trooper and everything, and a couple of other Pennsauken police, dudes I went to school with, they was looking out for me coming up to the hospital. Excuse me, coming up to the hospital, and making sure, hey, I had their support. I needed it. I mean, I was in a miserable state. But anyway, as a black man, okay, I have, endured my share of racism. And yeah, growing up as a young man, I was an angry dude. And I was that type of dude who used to walk around with fire in my stomach. Yeah, I used to fight a lot, and, that's how I got in, the boxing. I actually boxed before, went inside of a gym and everything and laced up, because fighting, that was my energy. That's what helped me, but at the end, as I started maturing, I started looking back at like what I was doing. Like, man, I should have never done that. I stepped back and I took a look at myself. I'm like, damn, I'm making a lot of enemies. I got my neighbors and other people talking about me. And, it just mellowed me out. Before I was 18, I was just a laid back homebody. Okay, I wasn't getting into any trouble, right? And from all the things I did, I never ended up in, what do you call that, like kiddie camp or kiddie jail, okay? By the time I was 18, all I did was work and go home. Work and go home, okay? And it's been that way ever since. And I never been to jail before, never, been in any type of trouble with the law, because I thought about my actions, me up here fighting and, acting stupid, being angry all the time. Like, where is that going to get me? It's going to put me in more misery. Like, I'll still, like, I'll probably be in jail, and whatnot. And jail, that's not a fun place. Like I said, that's not my style, to be around men all day, every day, have breakfast, lunch, and dinner around men, take butt naked showers with other butt naked men. Nah, that's not me. Nah, that's not my style. So I'm glad I mellowed out. My mom she was hard on me. My brother, he was, hard on me. What I mean by hard, but not, they was disciplining me. And they was telling me where my actions will lead me in the future. Now, these people here, okay, this man here who had plowed into these people. Now, one person had died, although 3 people did die today down there. One person was killed by the car and 2 state troopers were killed in a helicopter crash. And that was right around this area here. All right. So when he, I don't know if he was disciplined or maybe he was just raised that way. Most likely he was probably raised this way because it starts in the home first. But, some people say it could have started like by other people, could have influenced him. Like, most gangs like this, they prey on the weak. They see a person like who just wants to fit in, but no one wants to hang out with him or so. People like white Aryan Nation will pick up on that. And, they'll ask, tell that person, hey, man, you can hang with us. You're cool with us. And, they'll teach them, their ways and everything. And here you go. Now, I don't know if this is what happened to him, or if it started in the home. I don't know. I'm not going to say. I don't know the guy, okay? But all I know, the consequences now, all right, for him, he has to think about the consequences now. I mean, it's going to weigh in heavy on him. I'm pretty sure right now that dude is sitting up in jail, okay? He's been arrested. I mean, he is thinking hard, okay? Like, damn, he should never done that. I mean, it's a shame. I mean, people are people. I don't understand this racism thing. I never did understand it. But then again, most of the time, you have to know who you are first before you can understand people. So let me take that back. Most of racism is like people who wants to feel superior. And if they, see like another race or another person who they feel like threatened by, not like violent, like this person here, oh man, he looks cooler than me. My wife might like him. Or, why is he dressed the way he dressed? This, that, and the third. It could start from there. I can remember as I was watching a documentary on Jack Johnson, and they said that the Klan was out to kill him. And I said, wow, he was married to that white woman. But that's what I thought to myself. But when they said that the Klan had found out that white men was going into the coffee cafes early in the morning asking for coffee, and they said that they want their coffee black and strong like Jack Johnson, baby. See, that right there, the Klan didn't like that. They didn't want, no white people, definitely white men, okay, who they looked at as the superior ones, okay? They looked at as to be superior. That's how the Klan looked at themselves. But they definitely didn't like that white man was praising this black dude. Okay? If anything, they supposed to praise us. That's how they looked at it. Okay? That's superior. Superiority. But, I mean, it's an ignorant way of thinking, a clouded mind. Racism is a sickness. All of this over hate. I mean, it was the Confederate flag, but, it was, I guess they were saying it was white supremacists who was protesting against it, and other people that was, other group that was protesting against the white supremacists. Well, that's all I have on this. CMD Boxing Reports. God bless everyone. Let's all get along. I'll see you guys on the next one.